Land communication has been one of the elements that has highly contributed to human development. And among the infrastructures used for communications, railway was, is and will be an essential element. From the ancient locomotives up to the new high-speed trains, the railway has been offering its services as a means of communication between people and towns. Acelor Mital Rail.
Acelor Mital is the greatest steel producer in the world, with a staff of more than 310,000 workers in more than 60 countries, and with an annual production of 118 million steel tons. Acelor Mital enjoys a leading position in the world markets, including the automobile, building, electrical appliances and container sectors, and it has important own resources regarding raw materials, as well as excellent distribution networks. Besides, it also has industrial facilities in Europe, Asia, Africa and America. This gives it the possibility to be present in all the important steel markets, both regarding developed economies as well as in emerging markets. The rail is a highly complex steel product, the manufacture of which can only be managed by the companies equipped with the most modern technological means.
Acelor Mital is one of the members of a small group of rail manufacturers, the production of which has suffered an important development in the selective sectors of high-speed and heavy cargoes. It also has plants in Gijón, Spain, Steelton, the United States of America, Dąbrowa Górnicza and Królewska, both in Poland, for the manufacturing of rails. These rail mills are fed by continuous casting blooms, which, once being reheated, are then rolled during the different stages up to the moment when the rail, with the characteristics required, is obtained. In the Acelor Mital factories, rails of the highest quality are manufactured, supplying Spain, the United States of America, Poland, Germany, the rest of Western Europe and the Eastern countries, Africa and Asia. Acelor Mital supplies rails for the underground and intercity railway lines of some of the largest cities in the world.
In its facilities located in Poland, Acelor Mital manufactures rails for trams as the public and city transportation lines are undergoing a quick development in the whole world. It also supplies rails for the typical services of mixed traffic, which work with highly different densities, for temporary light tracks, tracks for switches and side tracks of up to 90 meters of asymmetric rails. All these rails have to bear high frequency of transit, difficult topography, sharp differences in height, and short spaces for braking and accelerating. It's also important to be able to develop high speed levels in order to reduce the period of time involved in the routes.
Acelor Mital supplies rails for the high-speed lines of Spain, Greece, France, Portugal, Belgium, Germany, Saudi Arabia and Turkey. Thus, it is a leading company within this market, which is constantly undergoing developing processes everywhere. It also manufactures rails of up to 90 meters and long welded rails of nearly 300 meters for the high-speed lines. The excellence level achieved by our company, as far as the manufacturing of high-speed rails is concerned, has given us the possibility to be able to take part in public offers and be granted new orders of supplies for the rest of the railways scheduled at an international level. Road safety, quickness, comfort, minimum acoustic impact and respect for the environment are the objectives to be achieved by the high-speed railway lines that reach speed levels of more than 350 kilometers an hour.
Our rail is also able to give satisfactory response to the increase of heavy cargo transportation. For these cases, Acelor Mital has both microalloyed as well as hard head rails, which are able to work under extremely severe service conditions, with small radius curves and over 30-ton loads per axis. The microalloyed steel rail developed by Acelor Mital has highly demanded mechanical properties as far as resistance to traction, yield strength, hardness, wear and tear, and fatigue resistances are concerned. The steel carbon and manganese levels guarantee a very thin microstructure without the existence of fragile, dangerous structures in the rail or in the welds. This type of rail is an excellent option in case of very heavy and demanding railway traffic conditions. It's used by mining companies or those in charge of transporting containers or other cargoes, as it reaches a hardness level of 320 to 360 points in the Brinell scale. The hardness of our microalloyed rail is obtained by means of the extensive use of alloy elements such as niobium, vanadium, and a reduced filling of chrome. The hard head rail, on the other hand, is obtained by means of a quick cooling process using water jets designed to optimize its properties, obtaining hardness levels which fulfill the latest specifications of the ARIMA standard. This production type has resulted in a general improvement of product performance, and this allows us to be able to face the present and future challenges of the railway industry.
In the Acelor Mital laboratories, several tests are carried out, such as the mechanical, metallographic and chemical ones, which are specified by the present laws, as well as trials which, up to now, are not required by international law. Thus, a quality control system which fulfills the most demanding requirements and which gives the possibility to guarantee the best quality of the final products can be kept updated. At the same time, Acelor Mital has been granted the IQNet certificate, fulfills the requirements of the UNE EN ISO 9002 standard, certified by external institutions, and has been granted other certificates, such as the DBQ1, in order to satisfy the most demanding customer needs. But this potential would not have been enough if, at the same time, Acelor Mital had not chosen, among its most important aims, respect for the environment. Both the rail and the environment are closely related from the moment of its manufacturing up to the end of its life cycle. At that moment, the rail returns again and completely to the steel process, when it is recycled as scrap, though without losing any of its properties and helping to reduce the consumption of energy and natural resources.
If our rails are used for public transport, and if they are to be used for the transportation of goods, then safety, comfort, durability and cost, minimum acoustic impact, best service, quickness and respect towards environment continue to be our objectives in the future of communications in the 21st century.
Acelor Mital, the best steel producer of the whole world.
Acelor Mital, changing the future.